into our altar in order to make His presence felt to us. God is invisible, and yet there are times when God made Himself visible. The first time God made Himself visible was to Moses in the desert, Mount Horeb. Moses was tending the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law. That's when Moses saw a wondrous sight. A green bush burning but not burned up, in flames but remaining fresh and green. Moses rushed to the spot, and that's when Moses heard the voice of God. Moses, the place you stand is a holy ground. And Moses knew this was God's own voice. Moses fell prostrate. And that's when Moses heard God speaking again. I have seen the tears of my people. I have heard the cries of my children. I have decided to save them. Three things that Moses heard. I have seen the tears. I have heard the cries. I have decided to save. Moses thought a different type of God. The gods and goddesses that Moses was used to in the palace of Pharaoh were huge idols, golden, imposing, and yet idols having no eyes to see, no ears to hear, no heart to decide. Here is a God having eyes to see our tears, having ears to hear our cry, having a heart to decide. And Moses asked of God, who are you? What is your name? And God said, I am who am. You know, am means present. I am present. By my nature, I'm a God present to your tears, to your cries. I'm never a God absent. I have never been absent from your tears, from your cries. May God always present. As Jesus said there, Jesus completed that revelation. Jesus said, I am. The Gospel of John, many statements. I am the light. I am the life. I am the living bread. I am the living water. I am the good shepherd. All these revelations point to one truth. God present to our woes, to the miseries, to the needs, to the pains of our heart. Never an absent God. I'm the living bread, waiting to enter into your hungry body. I'm the living water, waiting to refresh you in the moments of your thirst. I'm the good shepherd, waiting to come after you in the moments when you are lost and strayed and wounded. I'm the light, waiting to enlighten you in the moments of your darkness. I'm the truth, waiting to enter into you in the moments of your ignorance. A God always there in the moments of our struggles, in the moments of our troubles, in the moments of our sickness, in the moments of our disorder, God always present. This God is coming to us today in the form of bread. Bread, a very humble form, but a very meaningful form. Bread is the one thing which reveals to us God's love for us, waiting to quench our hunger, satisfy our hunger, quench our thirst, waiting to fill us in the moments of our hunger and thirst. And Jesus chose to continue to be with us in the form of bread. The Last Supper, he took bread and said, "This is my body to be broken for you." This bread on the altar will reveal to us the infinite love of our God. Almighty God, the Creator, all present, all knowing, all loving God. God becoming so small as a piece of bread. Love will become small for the sake of the beloved. Infinite love will become the smallest possible. That is the wonder of love that we are going to look at. The ultimate manifestation of God's love. If sacrifice is the measure of love, here is the ultimate sacrifice. A God becoming a little piece of bread to tell us how much He cares, how much He loves for you and for me, for every one of us. Let us welcome Jesus. Let faith be aroused in us. We have seen this piece of bread, the sacred host. But we were looking at the face of our God. Perhaps we did not care for that infinite love manifested in the sacred host. Today, let faith be aroused in us to look at Him and see love in His eyes. Love that flows into us to heal, to forgive, and to save us. Let's all kneel down and welcome Jesus into our midst.